Hello, this is Survival-gyver, and today we'll be looking at the Gerber Airfoil. This knife is, well, interesting, and I'll explain to you in detail why. This knife I cannot test. It's sharp, it cuts through packages just fine, but it's too small for my hands. So, where my thumb is on here, two of my fingers aren't even on the handle. And because it's really, really slick with this aluminum handle material, it's hard for me to open, because my hand just wants to slide right off it. So if I was doing something like that, holding it in this position, yeah, I'm missing two fingers off the handle. So it's not a bad knife. It's this is made for somebody with much smaller hands than me. And it is a budget knife. It is discontinued according to Blade HQ. I will leave a link in the description to this blue color that they have, and there's an orange one as well. I'll also leave a link on Amazon. And you can also try Tractor Supply is where I got this one. I don't recall the price, but it was probably about $20. So it is a budget knife. Again, it's discontinued, but I'm still able to find it just about everywhere. Amazon's a little high on that price, though. Yeah, it's too small for my hands. And this does have a liner lock. It's got this nice little ribbed liner lock. That is at least easy to get to. It's hard for me to hold. The knife it's so smooth. Like there's like no texture to it. It just slides in my hand. And unfortunately it doesn't even get through towards the end of my hand to hold it. So this blade is too small for my hands. And it will end up probably in a giveaway that I'm still working on. I'm trying to get some stuff together. Stuff that I do not use, or it's not my style kind of thing. So there's going to be a giveaway at some point in time. But that hasn't been finalized yet. So going back to this, it is really, really light. It's a budget EDC knife. It's a deep carry pocket clip, which is not too bad. A little odd shaped, but it's still comfortable to put in your pocket. Dual thumb studs, which I do find, even though they're indented like that, it's not easy for me to open. I'll show you against my regular EDC in just a moment. So between this being smooth here and this being flat, there's not much for my finger to get a grip on. So I do find it hard to open for that reason. And it being so slick and too small for my hands. Again, this is for somebody with smaller hands. So maybe teenager or child you're teaching how to use a knife, or somebody with smaller hands. I typically wear an extra large or extra large glove, or somewhere in between. So like this handle is about the length of my middle finger. So yeah, it's a small knife. With that being said, again, it's not a bad knife. It's just difficult for me to wield properly without possibly hurting myself. There is some jimping on the back. This is a drop point with a hollow grind with a gray finish. It is 7CR 17 MOV steel. Not super high quality, but not garbage either. Aluminum scales. The handle thickness is about 1/2 inch thick. Weighs only 2.28 ounces, so it is really light. Would make a good EDC knife for some people. Not for me, but for some people. The cutting edge is 2.5 inches long, if I remember correctly. I wasn't prepared for this, so my apologies. Yeah, about 2.5, right before it starts to come down there. So the blade length is 2 3/4 inches. Overall length is 6.625 inches. Of course, it's a liner lock, as I said prior. And you can get it on sale at you can get it at Blade HQ. There'll be a link in the description for it. And I'm trying to fix the camera here. There we go. And I will leave a link to Amazon. I recommend checking Blade HQ first because it's about $15 or $20 depending on which one you get. There's a blue handle, which is this one, and there's like a burnt orange color, like those old Nissan Sentra SERs with that burnt sienna orange color. Yeah, so it's like a nice orange. You can get that one for even cheaper on Blade HQ if I remember correctly. It's one or the other is cheaper than the other, so my apologies, I don't remember off the top of my head. The links will be in the description. As for showing why it's too small for me, again, it doesn't fit my hand. Now let me compare, see how far zoomed in I am. This is my EDC knife. This is CJRB Feldspar. Look where my hand is on it. And my finger pretty much sits on the recessed clip spot if I wanted to move the clip over. So in comparison, if I line up, let me zoom in so you can see this. If I went to line up the pivot points, there we go. Let me zoom out just a tad. Now you can see the blade on the CJRB is much bigger, same style grind, but it's a much bigger handle. It's almost an inch longer of a handle, and it's wider. So if you have a bigger hand, this CJRB would be great for you. The downside is it doesn't have any jimping on the top. But the thumb studs are round on top, so they come up and they're round here. They're easy to get to. Your hand sticks to it really well, and it's got an easy to access liner lock. This, on the other hand, is flat on top. Well, it's indented, but my finger does not catch that well. Liner lock is still easy to get to. It doesn't deploy as easily because it is so smooth and I don't have my hand wrapped around the handle particularly well, so this is hard to open. So, pretty much think of it as they have knives for different sized people, or hands. So, that's good for some people. This one is unfortunately not good for me. And I don't know if I mentioned earlier, I don't remember. This is, let me take my EDC one out, my everyday carry. This one will end up in a giveaway. Maybe when I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm still trying to figure that out, because I have quite a bit of assorted stuff between knives and multi-tools, and I have actually doubles of a couple of books and some other gear that might be worth giving away to somebody that could possibly use it. So look forward to that in the future. But for now, this is the Gerber Airfoil. If any questions or comments, leave them below, because that helps, so I can see what you guys want, or if you have any questions, I can try to answer them. Please subscribe if you have not already. Please like it if you haven't already. If you dislike it, hit dislike. It's okay, just so I know what people want or don't want. Also, I finally got super thanks available. Super thanks are kind of like a tip, or you can purchase an amount to help support my channel. It's like a one-time purchase, gives you a little animation thing on it. Purely up to you. I'm not forcing it, I'm not telling anybody to do so, but it's there if you don't already know about it. But that is it. So thank you for watching, and have a glorious day.